So let's finally publish our page. This is quite a simple task. Go to the publish and click publish to selected domains. Give it a moment. And there. Our pixel perfect web page is live and operational like a charm. All the responsive optimization that we have done can be tested by resizing and shrinking the browser window. The buttons and links aren't operational right now because we haven't linked them to anything. We're not going to do this on this practice project, but we will do it with this big client project that we're going to work on. On the bottom of the page, you'll see this Webflow badge. We can remove this when we add a hosting plan to our project. On free plans, this badge is mandatory. Initially, your website will be published on Webflow's subdomain. In order to publish our website on a custom domain, we need to add a paid hosting plan, and then we're going to be able to publish our website on our own domain. Webflow's hosting plans are very decently priced. Basic plan, which is for non-CMS based websites, is $12 a month or $15 if paid monthly. CMS based website is the one that has a blog or other sort of dynamic content that needs to be managed through CMS, which is content management system. We'll be building a CMS based website in the upcoming project. I'm not going to demonstrate how to publish this to a custom domain for this project, but I will show it for the next one. One last thing that we need to change is this little icon. This is called a favicon. Right now it's showing a Webflow's default favicon, but we can change this from project settings. There are two icons here. First is this favicon that shows on the browser tab, and the second is web clip. The web clip is an icon that shows up on iPhone when you save your website on a home screen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Safari has this feature to sort of bookmark a website. You can add it to a home screen and it will be saved next to all of your apps, looking just like any other app. I never use this feature, but since we have an option, we should change this icon here. We'll need to create an icon in Figma, which is just a regular image file, and we need to create some sort of icon out of our logo. Just add a new frame with a size of 256 by 256. Draw a full rectangle on it. Paint it blue and maybe give it rounded corners. Then copy the logo, delete everything but the letter C. Enlarge it. Then group everything, export it in PNG, and that's going to be our web clip. Note one thing, either export the group or hide the background fill on the frame to avoid exporting those white corners. As for the favicon, we just need to scale this down to 32 by 32. A regular resizing isn't going to do the job. It's not going to scale both rectangle and the text proportionally. Instead, we need to use the scale tool, which we can find under the move tool. Scale tool resizes grouped objects proportionally, so if there are text, images, rectangle, it's going to lock the proportions of all layers inside and then resize them all together. It's a very handy little tool. Shrink it until it's 32 pixels and export in PNG again. And then upload each one to their dedicated place. The dimensions of these icons have to be exactly those, 32 by 32 and 256 by 256. Webflow won't let you upload any other size. Now publish again to see the changes take effect. Just a little side note for Safari users, Safari doesn't update the favicon right away. Even when you refresh it multiple times, it's gonna keep the old favicon. It does this because it saves the favicon in cache and pulls it from there instead of reloading it and grabbing it from the source all the time. So if you need to update the favicon and see in Safari the latest version, what you need to do is you need to either clear the browsing history or empty the cache, and you can do that from here, from history, clear history, or I like to use, if you have this develop tab, then it's easier because it will just clear the cache instead of the browsing history, which has some other stuff in there. Empty cache, and now when you reload, it should update, there you go, to the latest Favicon.